Hi, my name is Bente, I'm the Norse Witch, and this is Skadi. And we have a full moon coming up, so of course, your queer fairy godparent is here again to tell you how you can use that energy in your magical practice. But of course, as always, when is this full moon in Virgo? In Central European time, it is on Saturday, February 24th at 1:30 p.m. In Eastern time, it will be on Saturday, February 24th at 7:30 a.m. And in Pacific time, it will be on Saturday, February 24th at 4:30 a.m. But now let us look at the zodiac sign Virgo. Virgo is a mutable air sign ruled by Mercury. So we have this practicality and the groundedness of an earth sign, but we also have a mutable quality and the planetary ruler Mercury. And if we look at other signs that are ruled by Mercury, Gemini, we can see that they are kind of similar, but also dissimilar. But I will go into that later. So Virgos are probably most known for being very, very practical, very systematic. So they are not like fucking around and finding out. They are more people who will think about what they're doing. They will plan ahead a lot, always. And they are very, very meticulous with what they're doing. So they don't like making mistakes. So they tend to also be perfectionists, and that can go into more of a negative route when they start beating themselves up about like tiny little mistakes. So Virgos are not fans of making mistakes. They want everything to be perfect and meticulous, and they want everything to be planned out and just work the way that they planned it. That's why they're usually known as being pretty tidy. I kind of feel like neat freak is like the thing that people say about Virgos, that they're neat freaks and perfectionists. And well, a lot of the times that's true, but of course a Virgo can also be very meticulous in other areas of life, not necessarily their house or their apartment. But now let us go back to the planetary ruler of Virgo. If you know a Gemini, you know that they are very outspoken, very extroverted, and they will look for exchange with other people. They constantly want this exchange of information. So a Gemini could be seen as more of an external Mercury-ruled sign, whereas Virgo, which is also ruled by Mercury, works more internally. So Virgos are not like Geminis who will run around and constantly want exchange with other people. They are more of a sign that takes in information from the outside and then kind of like a computer, like computes that information in a very practical and very down-to-earth and very meticulous way, and then they will extract information from it, ideas, solutions, plans. So that is where the planning, for example, comes from. They will get all of the information from outside and then it goes through their brain basically and comes out as a plan, a solution, or something like that. That is also why, while they are very, very nurturing, you can basically go with your problems to a Virgo anytime. They will love to help you out. They also like caring about other people, kind of like a Cancer, but in a different way. Whereas a Cancer is kind of the friend that you go to cry on their shoulder, a Virgo, because of the way they are thinking, because of the way they compute information in a practical way, basically because they are ruled by Mercury, they are more of the nurturing friend you go to when you need a solution. Maybe first, if you want to cry all of the stuff out or you want to rant or something, go to the Cancer friend, and then afterwards, when you are done like crying about it, then go to the Virgo friend and get yourself some advice, a solution, a plan of action basically. So those qualities combined with a full moon are, in my experience and in my opinion, a perfect timing and a perfect energy for healing spells, because Virgos are very healing. They are able to like nurture you and give you guidance and give you healing in a different way than Cancer, but it still works out pretty well in my experience. So a healing spell, fun fact, is also the monthly spell on my Patreon right now. So in case you're interested in some, like, it's more of an emotional healing spell, then maybe you can check that out. But yeah, I could see a lot of different things working here. You could take a healing bath. You could maybe go out into nature. That would work very well with the earth element. Virgo is an earth sign. So maybe work with the earth, with trees, with plant spirits for some healing. Even if you only make yourself some healing tea, maybe some chamomile or lavender tea or something like that. I could also see a healing consultation with your ancestors maybe, so they can take on the role of the Virgo, for example, and give you advice and stuff for some healing. So maybe go to your ancestors for this full moon to get some guidance. In general, I feel like Virgos sometimes lack self-care because they take care of other people so much. They are kind of a nurturing caretaker sign, so they sometimes forget to take care of themselves because they are so perfectionistic. There's little time to care for themselves. So maybe we could take that as an example for ourselves and do some kind of self-care ritual. For example, again, a self-care bath. Bath rituals are so great for healing and self-care and things like that, because you can just soak in herbs, you can read a nice book, have a glass of wine, some soothing music on, just some relaxing self-care. It doesn't necessarily have to be magical. It can also look very mundane and still be magical. But also, of course, do whatever you deem self-care for yourself. You know yourself best, and you know what kinds of activities you enjoy, what brings you relaxation. So do whatever you see as self-care for yourself. Of course, if you are personally someone who is more chaotic, not very systematic, not very much of a planner, someone who's more like fucking around and finding out kind of person, maybe a little bit all over the place, then of course you could do some spell work to bring this meticulous and practical and systematic energy of Virgo into your life. I feel like Virgo is the perfect sign for that. Kind of aligning with that, I feel like, would be some grounding work. Virgo is an earth sign. They are extremely practical. So they are usually pretty grounded. So if you have like your head's in the clouds, your mind is wandering somewhere else, you're maybe focusing on things that are not very earthy, not very practical, then maybe you could do some grounding work. Some very basic, maybe grounding meditations. You could go out into nature to ground. There are a million ways to ground. Maybe I should do a video on that. I think I don't have one yet. But yeah, no matter which way you prefer, do some grounding work. I feel like that would be perfect. And of course, as I said, Virgos are very nurturing. They like taking care of other people. So something not necessarily magical, but still a fun activity for a Virgo full moon, in my experience and in my opinion, would be to host like a dinner party or some outing for friends and family. You could maybe even combine that with some kitchen witchery. So if you wanted to try like casting a little spell, I don't know, for healing, for joy, or for whatever purpose, for whatever intention, if you've always wanted to try that, then a Virgo full moon would be perfect. Just invite some friends or your family and host a nice little dinner party or some other party. It doesn't even have to be a party. It could be like a tea drinking and conversation afternoon, whatever you like, but spend time with friends and family and care for them. And then lastly, of course, we can draw on this image of Virgo as a neat freak, as someone who always has a perfectly neat apartment or house. We can also draw on that with some hearth witchery. So maybe you want to, for example, renew the wards for your home, or you want to do like a spell for like calm and harmonious energy in your home, or something else, some kind of magic that revolves around your house and your home. That would be also awesome for a Virgo full moon. I could already see like a simmer pot or something, or just a nice incense blend that you make for the Virgo full moon and like waft it around in your house to bring some kind of energy in, Could be whatever energy you would like in your house. It could also be motivational if you like motivation. But whatever hearth magic you do, I would suggest you clean up first. Would make sense for a Virgo full moon, right? Oh, and lastly, in combination with the hearth witchery idea, you could also try to connect to the house spirit if you have one or multiple. You could, if you want, try to connect with the house spirit, get to know them a little bit better, give them an offering, something like that. And those were my ideas for a Virgo full moon. As always, please leave your ideas and your plans in the comments so we get even more ideas. And now, as always, a patron and YouTube member shout out. Thank you so much to Naomi, Shaw, Christiana, T-Demon, Elizabeth, Sylvia, Penny, Weirfestira, Katrina, V, Bella, Derek, Smiley, Robin, Kirsten, Shannon, Andrew, Tisha, Sarah, Stanny, Roan, Isiza, Carrie, August, Hannah, Shelby, Helena, SJ, Merle, Ann, Kate, Cade, Z, Kent, Brittany, Amber, Celine, Smolkata, Josh, Elinura, Knarr, Kristiny, Rixie, Business, Annalena, Savannah, Ashley, Tim, John, Phoenix, Jenny, Maggie, Misty, Amy, Bethany, Timothy, Coffee, or the honorary Gossip Squirrel, and last but not least, Bjorn, of course. Those were the patrons. Now let us thank the YouTube members. Thank you so much to Crystal, Katie, Milla, Peony Rain, and Betsy. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. And of course, ring the bell so you're updated whenever I upload a new video. You can also check out my other socials, Instagram, Threads, and my shop, which is now relaunched. Yay, my shop is finally open again, so check it out. There is currently I think now it will be a 40% sale on all crystals, so make sure to check that out. And then lastly, if you want to support me in another way, then check out my Patreon and YouTube membership. And that being said, I will see you in the next video. Bye!